Hey guys, it's Caleb at Prehired. Today we're doing another Prehired success story. Today we've got Grant Segall with us in Florida, and he's just got hired to a top sales team that's based out of Poland. Grant, if you want, just take a minute, tell everybody about your background a little bit, and what job were you doing before Prehired?
Oh, so my background is basically I'm in pharmacy, but I've also owned an agency where I do conversion optimization for e-commerce stores. And I moved to Florida with no contacts, no nothing, and I was kind of looking for pharmacy work, and it's really competitive here for pharmacists. So I started looking into sales because I had a little bit of sales experience. I thought, I started checking out pre-hire, and that's where it led me to you guys.
Yeah, so obviously, you had some career struggles before you got to us. Did you try to solve those struggles before you found Prehired?
Yeah, I was, working with some temp agencies. I worked, you shotgun your resumes all over, at least Northeast Florida, because I wasn't willing to move up and move where I, established myself in Florida. So there's not a lot to choose from. I suppose if I would have moved to another geographic location, it might have helped my job search, but my family likes where we are really. So I was concentrating on staying here.
Right. So you were looking into sales, you found pre-hired. Did you have any hesitations at first about, joining pre-hired, or what was that process like?
Yeah, like anything you see on the internet, you always come in with a little bit of distrust, and you got to figure out who's real and who's not. And there's a part of vetting you guys to see if this was legitimate or not. And after talking with some of the counselors and a few of the people that have been through the program, I saw that it was a legitimate opportunity. So it's like anything, you put your effort into it, and you see results. If you just sit around and do nothing all day, you're not going to get any results. So it
Right,
doesn't
right.
magic, you know.
So you made the decision to join pre-hired. You did join. How long did the program actually take you?
It took me about 3 months, almost exactly, maybe a little bit longer, maybe even 3 weeks, 3 months and a week, but yeah, somewhere around there. And the reason for that is because I'm looking for remote only. I wasn't willing to go and do an office job, just where I'm at geographically. It's not feasible for me.
And just so everybody knows, he did get a remote job.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
So, you joined the program, you went through it. What did you enjoy most about the program?
I was surprised because being having a little bit of sales experience, you learn so many ways people teach you to sell. At least I've been exposed to two different systems of selling before I came across your guys' system, and it really opened my eyes to what people are doing, at least to stay on top of their game. There's a couple pieces I was missing in there, and to learn the sequences and what to say and what not to say and how to phrase it, that was interesting to me.
Awesome. Now, is there anything you feel like maybe could have been better about the program?
I think what I would like to have done is maybe a little bit more of, like practicing actual sales calls, not so much interviews, but, more of a, like, I don't know, like selling some fake product or some kind of fake widget. You can, practice with other people. And I guess you have opportunities for that, but it just didn't come up for me. I don't know. Maybe it's something I could have been more aggressive with, or maybe you guys could have a part of curriculum. You could do that.
Awesome, awesome. And can you talk about some of your specific results on your job search? And then, ultimately, what was it like getting hired?
Oh, okay. So the results were really good. I mean, uh, I would get interviews, from the get go. It's just the problem is when I initially did my interview search, I was targeting too many companies that weren't remote hiring. And I know that's part of the program. They say go ahead and do that. But then I realized there's so many companies that are looking for remote hires. I wasn't specifically targeting. So that probably cost me about 3 weeks of search. But once you get dialed in, then you get interviews, and it was great. The interview process is not that daunting for me. I don't mind interviews. They don't intimidate me. It's kind of just figuring out if we're a good match or not. Sometimes it doesn't always work out, but in this case, it finally did. We had a great match, and I think we're going to do well together. So, Yeah, that's what I really enjoyed about it. Did I answer the question? Or did I miss a part?
Absolutely. You did great. That's amazing. Super,
Yeah,
super happy for you. Grant,
yeah,
lastly, what would you say to anyone who's been following us for a while and, they're still on the fence about getting started? Maybe they just, they're not for sure.
yeah. I'd say if you're doubting yourself, then go ahead and join, because they have the tools and the skills that they're going to teach you to go out there and make this a viable career option. If you're doubting the company, then I'd say research it a little more. Talk to some people that have been through the program. You can even have some people talk to me if you wish. It's not a problem. But yeah, I'd say, like it's like anything in life, you have to put the effort in. If you don't do that, you're never gonna advance. You got to do what they tell you to do and follow the steps, and you will be successful eventually. Some people take longer than others. I took longer because I was looking for remote work, but I was willing to wait 3 months, like they said. It was almost exactly 3 months, like you guys told me. It's like almost to the day. So I was like, yeah, okay, that works. So yeah, that's what I would recommend for people.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from Grant Segall.
Mhm.
Grant, we really appreciate you being here with us today. I know you're extremely busy at your new job now, so thank you for taking 10 minutes out of your day and sharing your story.
All right, you're welcome, Caleb, and it's a pleasure working with you as well.
Thank you, Grant.
Mhm.